And welcome into the PHNX Suns pregame show, brought to you by our friends over at Gila River Resorts and Casinos and BetMGM. I'm Espo, he's Saul, that is Flex. It's the 40-40-40 Club.
Yeah.
Tonight, as we are holding down the fort, we hope the Phoenix Suns don't drop the ball like they do in New York City. Gentlemen, how are you tonight?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Just ready to get this game over with so we can go home.
Get home safely.
Because fuck the NBA for scheduling a back-to-back on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it, but I'll be much better if they get this dub today and get their third straight. So hopefully we end 2023 on a good note and get ready to go into 2024 ready to rock and roll.
At least it's home and home, and there's not some weird road game at like 11 a.m. tomorrow. Like that would suck. Like
I would
home,
actually prefer an 11 a.m.
Oh God,
game
hell no, not a late night tonight, 11 a.m. game tomorrow. So we'll get into it here as the Orlando Magic are in town. But before we start to talk about the Orlando Magic, I want to ask both of you, Big Three, we saw them for the first time in a long while the other night. What do you need to see tonight to start believing that this is the real deal, that things will start picking up for this Suns team?
You know, I want to see them add a little bit more. The other night, it was kind of for lack of a better word, a shell drill.
Yeah.
You know, the ball was whipping around the perimeter. Have no problems. They had wide open shots. Cool. Against better level competition, you're going to need a little bit more movement. So I want to see how they kind of create a little bit more movement within the offense in game number 2. Not a lot, just a little bit. You got to take baby steps. Yeah. And then Bradley Beal. I want to see Bradley Beal kind of get back into the flow and be a little bit more assertive offensively. I knew initially he was going to be a little hesitant. He was going to be a little passive. But there's going to be a time and a place for him to not be that dude. He's going to have to step up. And maybe tonight's going to be the test because Orlando is no joke.
Yeah, no, you nailed it. I mean, what I want is a little bit more. I want carryover because I think there was some good signs from the last game. Mm-hmm. I kind of want to see what the next level of that is, right? The carryover, maybe some more ball movement, a little bit more aggressive Bradley Beal tonight, more than 8 shots. But what I saw on tape the last game was pretty good. And I think this game reminds me of the Houston game. And what I mean by that is, you know, we were playing a young Houston team that had a good record, that was pretty good, 2nd in defense overall and 8th in differential. And tonight we get a young Orlando Magic team that's 5th in defense and 10th in differential. So you're top 10 in differential and defense, but still a young team that we should be able to handle if these guys continue to progress. They're good, though.
I'll tell you what, if you F around and turn the ball over like you have been against this team, you're going to find yourself down by double digits real quick. So you cannot mess around with the Orlando Magic. They will bury you real quick.
Yeah, I love their scoring ability. When you look at Paolo Banchero, that whole team is very good. But I think you're right. The defense that Orlando brings is one of the better in the NBA. So can you operate at a high level? Can you run whatever this offense is at a level that is as impressive as it was the other night, even though it was a lesser competition? I need to see that, but I want to see aggressive Bradley Beal. We saw Bradley Beal, who was very good at making the first pass, making the right read the other night, but we didn't see aggressive offensive Bradley Beal. I want to see that tonight or in the next few games before I believe that all is well with everything with the Suns. I think they're in the right direction, but I'm not saying you're out of the woods yet till I see that.
Even without Brad, what we did in Houston, I liked a lot. And what we did in the second half of Dallas, I liked a lot. I see the maturation of the offense and the pieces coming together. Houston's statistically, they're a better defensive team than Orlando. And we went in there and handled our business, hit the shots, moved the ball. And so I expect a similar thing. This team, I like Orlando. I do. I like Orlando. They got a lot of young pieces, but they go with Banchero. I mean, he's their leader in points, rebounds, and assists. Mm-hmm. So if you can control Banchero, Wagner's playing his butt off. He's also, that front court is pretty dynamic. But I think the Suns have enough in the back court where Orlando could struggle tonight.
Yeah, tonight starting lineup again of Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Grayson Allen, Kevin Durant, and Yusuf Nurkic. I think that's the lineup we're going to see primarily moving forward as long as there's no other injuries there. So some consistency there will be good for this team. Let's take a look at the injury report for both teams tonight. Josh Okogie is available for the Suns. Nasir Little out tonight with the left knee soreness, obviously. Lee is still out as well. Wendell Carter Jr., questionable, as is Markelle Fultz, Gary Harris, Jonathan Isaac, Joe Ingles is out tonight. I think the Wendell Carter, if he's not available, is a huge thing tonight because Yusuf Nurkic can really get things going if he doesn't have to go up against Wendell Carter Jr.
1,000,000%. Listen, Nurk has got a mismatch.
Yeah,
he's got a mismatch this game. So this is going to be one of the rare times where for certain he should be able to get 15 to 20 if he really is focused tonight. So you hope that he's able to produce. Everybody else is going to be able to feed off of that anyway. Yeah. So I'm not too concerned. Yes, Orlando's a very good team, but the Suns should be a very good team as well. I like the Suns' chances tonight. But the one thing I do want to see tonight, I would love to see them push the tempo a little bit more. Okay. I am still like, when they walk the ball up, I'd rather go watch like an old-timey version of whatever fucking show you used to watch back in the 30s or 40s. If TV was even existed back then. I don't care. I don't want to watch this shit. Push the damn ball. Like, unless you're just unsure of yourself, and then you need to go get a point guard. Yeah. Push the ball.
Yeah. When you say that, it makes me feel like I wish we could redo the campaign thing over again. Because he would push the tempo. Like a guy like Campaign, we just gave him away. He's a guy that, with this offense, is a perfect guy to push that tempo. The problem is with the guard position, now that you're getting Book off the ball, is Beal in enough shape to push the tempo yet? And KD, is going to walk the ball up. So I'm with you. I would love for them to push the tempo. I don't know if they got the pieces yet, man. I don't know if they can push the tempo.
I feel like it's Book that's the primary one that walks the ball up. Yeah, he's always walk. I feel like I'm watching freaking John Havlicek back in the day all over again. Like, bro, go. Like, I don't care. Like, that was one of the beautiful things about the Steve Nash 7 seconds or less is they didn't listen. As good as you might have thought those players were, they were enhanced even more because they ran and they got a lot of open opportunities and cuts to the basket, as opposed to just stagnant half-court offense time after time, which we saw in the playoffs was kind of their Achilles heel. This team, until they figure it out on the offensive side, push the tempo more when you get the opportunity.
Well, it's more than that, though. We were sold on Frank Vogel's vision earlier this year that pace was important to them succeeding, that they were going to play fast. They've played slower than they did in the last few years. And that's, to me, why I really think it's unacceptable, is because their plan was to play fast, and yet they've gone against what they think. It's like they bought a sports car and decided, I'm avoiding all freeways and only driving on roads that are 35 miles or less. And it makes no sense. This team is predicated on offense and getting out there. You create mismatches when you're running, right? Yeah. What we've hated most is when they're in that half court and it's iso ball and nobody's moving. The way you prevent that, run. Because there's no way you cannot move, when you're in the fast break side of the game. So I definitely want to see that tonight. I think one of the big matchups, though, is rookie Anthony Black with the Orlando Magic, the 6'7" guard.
Love him.
Very great defensive player. Shut down Jalen Brunson the other night in their win against the Knicks. I think Brunson went 4 of 15, shooting in that game. He's a guy that I think could give Devin Booker, Bradley Beal some trouble tonight.
Yeah, I love him. I loved him in college. He was one of my favorite guys I looked at and scouted coming out of that last draft. He's big. He's dynamic. He's lanky. He can do some things. That's a matchup I'm looking forward to. I mean, I think Devin Booker versus Black is going to be very interesting. And then we're going to see if Brad Beal also. Like, that kid's going – if Brad Beal's back, we'll find out tonight against that type of matchup.
I think – I'm not trying to cause a stir or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think Bradley Beal fares better against lengthier opponents than Booker because I think Bradley Beal stretches his body out a little bit more than Booker. Like when Bradley Beal does that step back, it's one of the best step backs in the NBA. Mm-hmm. Like, and he creates a lot of separation. And then when he does go to the hoop, he's got such a stretch that at the rim he doesn't get altered as much on those shots. But again, Anthony Black is a phenomenal defender, so it's going to be tough for both of them no matter what. I just say a slight edge to Beal. I need to see Booker against these lengthier guys like play at a high level. I think he kind of comes back down to like that 20-point, 23-point range and kind of struggles from time to time. And when his shot's not falling, it seems like he's not in the best of grooves to be able to be that playmaker that you need. The other night, I thought he did a great job of just letting the game come to him. I think he could do that again tonight, and he'll be fine.
I want to see him come down the court and pull from three.
Well, he did the other game.
Yeah, and I want to see. I want to continue to see that. I think that's a way that can keep some of these defenders honest, because if he's hitting that, they can. It'll create more space for him. But he's also not going to face the double teams because Brad's back too.
Yeah,
which I think goes a long way with him being able to be successful, and he's not going to have to be primary ball handler every time tonight. Yeah. They can play him off the ball, which should help against a lengthier defender who will likely focus more on Beal or Book, whoever's the point of attack.
I will say this. I'm a big fan of Anthony Black, and he's a heck of a defender, but he's a rookie. And he's going against two really good established players tonight. So with this, the same confidence I have in Black as a defender, I trust Book and Beal. And I wouldn't be shocked at all if they both have a really good game against Black. I mean, he is a rookie, he's still learning the league, and those guys are two different type of players. And so you kind of hone up on one guy, and then you get the next guy, and it's like, okay, it's kind of like a fastball changeup in a sense. And I wonder how he's going to adapt to that tonight.
Yeah, and Orlando's going to give the Suns their best, because this is one of those matchups where it's a measuring stick matchup for them, right? They're 19-12, fourth in the East, but everybody thinks it's kind of a surprise where they are. This is the kind of matchup where they're measuring themselves against stars. You know that they're going to come out with their best. So the Suns are going to have to come out crisp tonight. They can't have the lazy turnovers, those sloppy kind of plays that have gotten them in trouble the last few weeks. What's your key to the game for this matchup, guys?
For me, it's you got to rebound and you got to hit the outside shot. Listen, if you shoot poorly from three, it's going to be a really, really tough game. And if you don't hit the boards very well, give yourself some second chance opportunities, it's going to be a really long game. So I think those are the two things that I'm looking forward.
Yeah, I'm right with Saul. First thing, utilize the matchup in the paint. Nurk's got to get busy. And I'm going to continue to pounce on this number. 20 shots from Grayson Allen and Eric Gordon. Those guys take 20 shots, allows them to get in a rhythm. They'll shoot the three ball. If that happens, Suns win tonight.
I agree. I think it's going to be a fun night out at the Footprint Center. Let's check what the guys are wearing tonight. It is the Statement Edition PHX black uniforms versus the Association Edition Orlando Magic white uniforms. I've always liked the Orlando look. It's clean, it's classic, but I really love the Statement Edition that the Suns have with the nice little nod to the Valley uniforms. Let's see what the Vegas odds makers have to say about the matchup. 5.5 Suns favorite. I was a little bit surprised. I thought it might be a little bit closer tonight with how well Orlando's been playing.
I actually think I think this is going to be a good game. I think the Suns are going to win by double digits tonight. I really do. I saw that spread and I was tempted to take that with the Suns covering. I just feel like they're starting to unlock some things. And I would not be shocked if this is very similar to the Houston game. But, it is what it is.
I'm not so confident.
No?
No. Well,
not even a little bit.
Why don't we see who we got tonight? Let's take a look at that. Lindsay has the Suns by 4. I went with the Suns by 3.
I have the Suns by 1. I still, this Suns team is still too unpredictable because they're still trying to figure things out. And until they get, a substantial body of work together, I'm not going to be as confident in them yet. I feel like I will get to that point for sure. I just, again, like there's some things that they still got to work out. Playing against the Charlotte Hornets is great, but when they're on the tail end of a back-to-back and they're already one of the worst teams in the NBA, that's just a different test than what the Orlando Magic are going to present. So, I want to see how they perform tonight.
Yeah. Again, I agree with you. I don't think they have gotten my complete faith where we can just walk in here and think it's a dub. But I'm looking a little deeper than the Charlotte game. I'm not forgetting the Houston game, and I'm not forgetting the second half of the Dallas game. And I just think there's some real momentum that's starting to build that I'm starting to see. And so I hope that carries over. But I wouldn't be shocked if we're sitting here post-game and Saul's 100% right. So they got to prove it. They got to go out there. They got to hoop. They got to get it done. If they can do that, it'll be a really nice thing going into Portland tomorrow.
Yeah, for me, it's more about I think Orlando is actually a good team. I
like them.
Like I think a lot of people just go, oh, it's Orlando, and because of the last handful of years, you just kind of write it off. And the defense is for real, and that I love the Suns' offense, but it's still trying to figure itself out. A good defense can be difficult for this group still, so that's why I'm not 100% confident in tonight either. Let's take a look at the leaderboard when it comes to our bets. I always like this one. I'm leading with $148.50. Lindsay in second, $76.58. Saul creeping up.
I see
just
that
like
guy.
You did last year.
I see that guy in the first lane to the left there. You looking, yeah.
$51 and that guy in the orange.
Yeah. I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it together.
Negative $55 there. So who you guys got tonight in your bets? Saul.
Well, if you fuck around and you lose tonight and I win, I take the lead. That's what I got tonight. I got a 5-leg parlay. I got the over at 232.5. I book with over 20, basically 28. Kevin Durant over 25. And Beal with over 12.5, and then I have Banchero with over 21.5.
I think your over is going to be the toughest part of that.
I think that's the easy one.
Yeah, I think that's the easy one.
I think that's the easy one.
They're going to score, no problem.
I don't. That's a good bet. My bet's pretty similar. I mean, I got Suns to win. I also got the over at 232.5. I got Book to get 25 points tonight and 5 assists. I got KD to get 20 points and 5 assists, and a PRA of 20 for Nurk. So I bet's pretty similar, actually.
I'm feeling pretty good for both of you guys tonight. Let's see
what are you doing, Brad Beal?
No, he's got some crazy ass bet right here.
No,
this is Lindsay's. Okay.
Lindsay, a 4-leg parlay at plus 100. PRA Devin Booker 30. Total points over 225.5. PRA for Yusuf Nurkic 20 plus, and player 3-pointers Kevin Durant over 0.5
to make one.
Yeah, to make 100 plus 100.
Okay.
Let's take a look at what mine is tonight. Second half, including OT, is over the point total of the first half.
What?
By at least 1 point.
By at least 1 point.
Plus 160.
Explain it to me off there. I don't know.
Basically, if they score 50 points in the first half, they have to score 51 in the second half.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's just they'll have more points in the second half than they did in the first half.
Gotcha.
In the game.
Total game.
Total game.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. I want to try something a little different. I went deep into the recesses of the BetMGM Sportsbook app. And if you want to, make sure to sign up using that code PHNX. You're going to get $15. That would be a really shitty bonus. You can get $1,500 when you sign up using the app. Just deposit $10 into your BetMGM Sportsbook account. Place your first wager and receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets, even if your bet loses. Again, use that promo code PHNX when you're signing up. Check show notes for full details. And now, listen to Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., New York, or Ontario.
Espo's odds were plus 160 for Larry Lewis in the chat. And obviously, I also hurt somebody's feelings by saying that the Suns are unpredictable right now.
Also, get stuffed, Ontario. You're not off the hook tonight. Wendell Carter Jr. in tonight. Gary Harris is available as well. Markelle Fultz, Jonathan Isaac will not play also this evening. Let's take a look at some super chats before we get out of here. Travis L says Beal needs to go for 15 plus shot attempts tonight.
I can see it. I can see it. I think he's going to end up maybe about 12, 13.
Yeah, I feel like 15 plus is a little high, but if he's feeling it, I could see it. Submerged Suns fan, one of our favorites, back with the super chat saying Beal's step back is so clean. I hope to see him slip that out more tonight. Also, the nerd has an advantage, looking for a big game from him also.
Listen, if Brad balls out tonight, here's a number. If Brad has 16 or more, the Suns win by double digits.
Okay.
I think that's
I
fair.
like that.
And then
there's your positivity, bud.
Look, in your defense, they are immensely unpredictable.
They're one game over 500.
And uncomfortable this year.
How dare you, Saul?
It's not like I
How
said
dare
anything
you?
fucking controversial.
Even their health has been unpredictable.
I'm sorry. You know what? The Suns are the best team in the league, and I have the utmost confidence that they will win by 100.
You didn't
Is
say
that what
that.
you wanted?
Get
to
off
didn't
Flex's
say
corner.
Oh my
You didn't
goodness.
say you didn't say nothing wrong. I mean, they are unpredictable,
They
but
have been.
you know, this is how you stop Saul from saying that is win 5 in a row. So today's number 3. If they win number 3, I'm sure you'll say something different tomorrow, right?
Listen,
so it's in the pudding, man. Proof's in the pudding. Go out there and play.
My Arizona Wildcats are a top 5 ranked team. They are unpredictable right now because they've lost 2 out of their last 3.
Yeah.
They're playing like shit. We call it like it is.
Yeah.
They lost to a team that lost to ASU. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean,
That's what happens when you don't have Alonzo Gaffney on your team, brother.
well, tonight's a prove-it game, too,
Get out
right?
of your feelings, weirdo.
You know, tonight's a prove-it game. Houston, we felt, was a good win. You look at Charlotte, and you okay, we don't know, because Charlotte's not very good. Orlando's a good defensive team. Orlando is 19-12. You look at it, and you go, all right, you win this one, you start to feel like, okay, they're starting to figure it out. So, yeah, I totally understand it. Go to Tech Reviews also with the $2 super chat. It says, can't watch the stream, but go Suns. Thank you for always hopping in the chat. Go to Tech Reviews. Happy New Year's Eve to you. If you are just hanging out at home and wanting to watch tonight's game, there's one place and one place only to do. It's over with our friends at Arizona Family. Wherever you live, visit azfamily.com and click Suns Games for listing information in your area. It's super easy. If you got a digital antenna, you just find channel 3 and you're good to go, or channel 44. And same with on your cable and satellite provider. So it's just that easy. So AZ Family is a great resource to help you find Phoenix Suns games on Arizona Family Sports. Join us post-game. We will be talking about the game and whatever the hell else we want to, because it's New Year's Eve. We'll be back then. So for Flex, for Saul, I'm Espo. Ahoy, hoy.
We all silly like the mayor.